long before maps were drawn and borders were named. Well, there existed a land called Orion, where mountains touched the sky and rivers sang as they flowed. In those days, people believed giants were monsters, creatures of destruction who crushed villages under their feet. But one giant changed that belief forever. His name was Kale. Kale was taller than the oldest pine trees and broader than castle gates. On his footsteps shook the earth, and his shadow could cover an entire field at noon. Because of this, humans feared him. When he walked near villages, doorbells rang, doors slammed shut, and children were pulled indoors. Kale noticed this fear, and it hurt him deeply. He lived alone in the gray Spine Mountains, where snow never fully melted. Inside his home was a cave carved naturally by wind and time. Inside, I kept simple things: a stone bowl, a wooden flute carved from a fallen tree, and a small patch of moss he watered every morning. Despite his size, Kale had a gentle ear. Every dawn, Hitch carried broken trees away from valleys after storms. He redirected rivers when floods threatened farms. At night, he watched the stars and wondered why the world was so afraid of him. The prophecy of fire. One winter evening, the mountains trembled, not from Kale's steps, but from something far worse. A fire giant, named Brondar, awakened beneath the southern volcano. Brondar was ancient, cruel, and fueled by rage. His body was made of molten rock. His eyes burned like suns, and his roar split cliffs in half. The old legends spoke clearly. When fire walks the land, only earth may stand against it. The elders of Orion knew what this meant. They gathered in the great hall, fear heavy in the air. "There is only one being strong enough," said the high seer, the mountain giant. Another whispered, "But he is a monster." Someone cried. Still, with no other hope, they sent a small group to the Gray Spine Mountains. The girl who was not afraid. Among the group was a young girl named Ellen. O'Neillan had lost her parents to a flood years ago, one that Kale had secretly stopped from destroying the entire village. She had seen his kindness from afar, while others shook with fear. Ellen walked forward. When Kale saw the humans approaching, he froze. His heart sank. "They have come to chase me away," he thought. But Ellen stepped forward and said softly, "Kale, the world needs you." No one had ever spoken his name with kindness before. Oft told him of Brondar, of burning forests, of cities turning to ash. Kale listened in silence. His massive hands clenched. "I do not wish to fight," Kale said slowly. "But if I do nothing, many will suffer." After a long pause, he stood. "I will carry the mountains if I must," he said. "And I will face the fire. And I will face the fire." Kale walked south, each step echoing like thunder. Villagers watched in awe as they passed, not running this time, but bowing. Brondar met him near the volcanic plains. The heat was unbearable, and the sky glowed red, and the ground cracked beneath Brondar's weight. So Brondar laughed. The gentle mountain walks at last. The battle shook the world. Brondar hurled fire. Kale raised slabs of earth as shields. Rivers turned to steam. Mountains crumbled. Kale was burned, cracked, and wounded, but he did not fall. With a final roar, Kale lifted an entire mountain ridge and brought it down upon Brondar, trapping the fire giant beneath stone and earth, sealing him forever. The volcano went silent. The world was saved. The price of being a giant. Kale collapsed. The heat had hardened his skin into stone. Slowly, painfully, he realized he could no longer move. His body merged with the land, becoming part of the mountain range itself. Ellen ran to him, tears streaming down her face. "Did I do enough?" Kale asked. Yes, she whispered. You did more than anyone ever has. As the final light left his eyes, Kale smiled. The giant still stands. Centuries passed. The gray-spined mountains grew taller. Travelers spoke of a mountain shaped like a giant lying peacefully, one hand protecting the valley below. People no longer feared giants. They built villages near the mountains, trusting the land to protect them. Children were told stories, not of monsters, but of Kale, the giant who carried the mountains so others could live in peace. And sometimes, on quiet nights, when the wind moves just right through the peaks, people say they hear a deep, gentle sound. It's like a giant breathing, still watching over the world.